Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Can you feel it? That painful feeling when you sit down. That feeling like the pain will never end. No. I'm not talking about the Mage Tower. I'm talking the Jailer's Gauntlet. Ooh, let's get into it. So the Jailer's Gauntlet is 9.2's addition to Torghast, similar to the Twisting Corridors. This will sit separately from our normal Torghast runs, and like the Twisting Corridors, Jailer's Gauntlet will sit outside of the box of many things. Thank the Green Jeebus himself, that is where the similarities between the Jailer's Gauntlet and Twisting Corridor ends. Interestingly, currently on PTR, the first layer is recommended for only item level 170. About the average item level for someone that's just finished questing and is freshly new to level 60. It's worth noting that currently Gauntlet does give Cinders and Ash. Now this may be a nice way for lobby players to come in and start gaining Cinders, because obviously when you have been leveling through Torghast, which you can now do, you can get Soul Ash that way. But I don't know whether this is intentional or just something that's happened and something they'll clean up during the PTR. Now there are 8 floors in total, with the final floor recommendation being eye level 280. Now, I'm going to say this, I am not the fastest Torgy runner. I do much prefer going around, exploring, looking at all the nicks and crannies that there happen to be. Yeah, I know, it's pretty pointless in Torghast, but that's the way I've always played those sort of dungeon crawler style games. I like to explore everywhere, and I just can't shake that, even though I know that sadly Torgy doesn't quite live up to that level. Now it appears that each floor is taken from a different wing, with the chance for rares and mini-bosses from that wing to appear while you're fighting. The final 2 floors will always be taken from the Adamant Vaults, and there is no shop floor. So you can do 1, 2, 3, with varying floors on different wings, or varying bosses I should say, from different wings, and then when you hit 4 and 5 they will be the vaults. Not sure what the loot table is meant to be regarding this, I will say. If this is meant to be guaranteed drops from the vaults, it would be a much easier way to gain those items, but I'm again not entirely sure. So rather than talk speculation, let's talk about what we do know, how this is going to work. As you would expect, you're going to spawn straight into a boss room. Yeah, every single floor is just a boss room only. There is no running around pointlessly like a headless chicken just killing trash. When you first start, you'll be presented with 3 anima orbs to select from. I will say, from doing this a couple of times, it does appear to give a nicer selection of anima orbs. I don't remember noticing anything new and shiny, but it was just sort of a more lend towards the rare anima powers rather than just the generic or pointless ones, because obviously we don't care about more rats in the Jailer's Gauntlet. So that's nice. Also, each boss or rare that we kill is going to give us another power selection, and completing the floor will also give us a power selection, which is really nice. Now the only time really this format changes is on floor 4. When you move onto the vaults, you are faced with 2 rares at this point, and you guessed it, as you're killing them, oh yes, they bring friends along.
You, Myram, 10:30 tonight. You, 10:45. Bring a friend.
I will say, it is a nice, interesting way to give us a bunch of powers before the final fight. And speaking of the final fight, I do have 1 or 2 concerns to say. I can only guess that because we'll be adding more floors to the standard Torghast wings, that we're going to be able to get more vault bosses in 9.2. Else we're literally going to be facing the same 2 final bosses over and over, and that is going to get real old real fast. But hang on a second, why do we even want to do this? We know that when 9.2 comes out, we'll be able to get our new legendaries in different ways. We're not going to have to worry about all those old inconvenient ways to get stuff. So why are we doing this? What's our rewards? What's going to entice me back into doing Torghast? And even if, on your lobby characters, you do want to gain Soul Ash and Soul Cinders, it'll probably be faster, to be fair, to still do a level 9. Hell, even a level 12 once we've got some 9.2 gear, then it'll be running this. Again, I'm not sure about the vault bosses, whether they're going to drop us any sexy loot, whether we're going to get the vault's Tranmog's appearances, or we're going to get the conduit upgrades, whether they're meant to be in that loot table, I'm not sure. So the only things that we can say that's meant to tempt you into doing the Gauntlet are the floor rewards, just like Twisting Corridors. Every other floor will present you with a reward. So, complete floor 2 and you'll get a brand new pet. Floor 4 gives you a more themed Hearthstone. Sadly, this is kind of pointless. If you, like me, bought your Covenant Hearthstone thinking, ooh, that's brilliant, because I can use my Covenant Hearthstone to go back to wherever my Covenant may be, and I can reset my actual Hearthstone to somewhere that's more convenient for me. No, do that and it changes where your Covenant Hearthstone goes. Wow. Thanks for that. So this is purely an aesthetics thing. Each to their own. Floor 6 gives us the title Gauntlet Runner. Could be worse, so I'll take it. Floor 8 rewards us with the sexy Morat mount. To be fair, it's not as bad as it possibly could be, or as it sounds. You're just thinking this, yeah, when you use the harness you turn into a Morat. It looks a little better than that, I'll say that. It is quite nice. And that's it. That's the Jailer's Gauntlet. Does it do anything new? Does it do anything groundbreaking? No, not really. It's one of those things where if you like Torghast, then this is going to float your boat. You're going to enjoy this. It's something a little different, giving you some rewards. And yeah, fine, you'll have fun here. If you hate Torghast and wish, can we just flatten the tower already? Can we just be done with it? Then this is not going to make you want to jump back in and start doing some more Torghast. Personally, I think it's an improvement over the standard wings. It's an improvement over definitely Twisting Corridors. It's far shorter. The trash to me has always been kind of just something that stands in the way before you get to that boss fight. It's just a way of gaining powers before you face the inevitable big bad. Now it's just big bads, and that to me is a lot more fun. There is one thing to note here before I disappear, and that is during the Sanctum of Domination we killed the Terrorgroom. Literally the first boss we kill is the Terrorgroom, meaning that Torghast no longer had a death counter. It was a fantastic change, and one that I think has really freshened and reinvigorated Torghast, certainly for me, and I know a lot of my other guildies. But here's the thing, in Jailer's Gauntlet the death counter is back. I'm not sure if this is intended, but when you go in, you will be confronted with the fact you have 5 lives. If you run out, you'll get a little line from the jailer, and then whoop, you're teleported out. Game over. Seems a strange design decision. There could be other ways to do it. I get it. You can't kind of have this never-ending keep trying approach, but yet the death counter just seems a bit counterintuitive, considering how many people are going, please don't give us a death counter. As I say, this may be something that's going to be changed. My gut feeling is it's probably going to stay, else they would have come up with something else by now. But that's it for now. We will be doing a lot more regarding the Jailer's Gauntlet. I, for one, still love Torghast, even now. So, yeah, this will be one I will be keeping a close eye on. But that is enough from me. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Ladies, everyone.